Beyoncé's in Toronto for her Formation tour this week, and the beauty department is abuzz with Beehive love. Here's a look from her Haunted video, a 1920s era smoky eye and blackened red lip. Beyoncé is always transforming and can pull off just about any look, and this sultry glam would be amazing to wear in honor of the Queen Bee gracing us with her presence in Toronto. Hi everyone, my name is Marissa and welcome back to ELLE Canada's YouTube channel. I'm so excited to bring to you my Beyoncé Haunted look today. So first, no look is complete, no look can begin for me without starting off with the eyebrows. So I'm just filling in the arch where I find I need the most and then doing fine hair-like strokes before brushing them out with the spoolie brush. Then I'm starting with the NYC City Proof 24-hour waterproof eyeshadow in New York at Night. This is a really great base, and I'm also going to be using it as a liner because it's that pigmented. It's like a gel-like finish that really glides on easily. I'm lining my entire eye, and then I'm going to be taking a smudger brush and just blending that upwards and outwards, but I'm not going to be taking it any further than the crease of the eye. And this is just going to serve as a base for the eye and starts off that smokiness. You can notice that I haven't touched my skin yet, and that's because I'm going to be using a lot of black. So with a smoky eye, I always find it's better to go eyes first, skin later. Then I'm taking an orangey brown eyeshadow and I'm just blending it into the crease, and that's going to serve as what's known as a transition shade. It's just a color gradient that's going to blend everything seamlessly and make everything look just a little bit more natural. And I'm also really emphasizing the roundness of my eyes instead of sort of an elongation of the eyes by blending it into the socket on the inner corners of my eyes near my nose. I'm also going to be taking that same shade and blending underneath the eye as well, and it just does the exact same thing, provides a bit more of a smoother transition between the dark black and the rest of my skin. Then I'm taking the Revlon Colorstay Shadow Lynx in Onyx. This is a glittery, shimmery black. It's super pigmented as well, and it's really going to add some dimension to the outer corner of my eye. And I'm just going to put this on the outer corner of my eye on the top and lower lash lines. And that's just going to really elongate the eye and add dimension without compromising the roundness of the eye that I'm really going for here. Then I'm taking the Clinique Lid Pop eyeshadow in Surf Pop. This blue is so beautiful. It's a cobalt blue, which is super on trend right now. It's got a little bit of shimmer, but it's still really, really bright. And because we laid down that black eyeshadow base, it's going to really pop, as you can see here. So I'm taking a little bit more of a fluffier shading brush that's still flat, and I'm packing it on. So I'm just tapping it onto my eye instead of doing any type of smudging motion that would compromise the intensity of the pigment. And I'm going to take that on the first 3/4 of my eye, making sure that I don't hit any of the black. Then I'm going in with that NYC shadow stick again. Like I said, it's so pigmented that I'm using it as an eyeliner. And I'm using that on the waterline and on the tight line. And that's just going to add that smoky dimension to the eyes that we're going for. Next, I'm using the Makeup Forever Star Powder in Silver. This is just so reflective and beautiful, and because it's so finely milled, it'll look like you have a gloss on your eyes. In the 1920s, it was really popular to use an eye gloss, but unfortunately it's not the most wearable. It'll tend to break down the rest of your makeup, and it'll get in your eyes, and it's just not the cutest look. So I'm going to be mimicking that reflection by using the star powder and tapping it just on the center of the lid. And then I'm going to go back in with the black eyeshadow and then just intensify that outer corner a little bit more so I can have a little bit more intensity there. So eyes done for now. I like to finish the eyes part way and then just kind of fine tune everything. I'm putting on a little bit of foundation, and then before my concealer, I'm using a wet wipe just to clean up the edges, and this will give you that really crisp line that Beyoncé has in the video. Then I'm taking a highlighting concealer, which is to say a lighter shade of concealer, and I'm just putting that in an upside down triangle, and that's going to illuminate the higher planes of my face. Taking a wet beauty sponge, and I'm just pressing that into the skin to give me a really flawless finish. I'm going back in with the same brush that I used. I didn't add any more color, I'm just using what's left on the brush, and I'm just blending out the lines so that it looks a little bit more lived in. And here's where you can fine tune the rest of the look. So I noticed Beyoncé's is a little bit more angular than mine, so I added a little bit more black with the smudger brush and then blended it out a little bit more. Then I'm applying a little bit of mascara. She is not wearing falsies in here, so I'm just adding tons of mascara to really make my eyelashes pop amongst all of this black shadow. Then I'm taking the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Contour palette in Light. I was actually so surprised by how pigmented this was, and I love the shade of contour. It's not too ashy, it's not too orange, it's just the right shade of a light brown that looks like a contour. Then I lined my lips with a red liner, and I'm going to recreate her blackened effect by using this NYC shadow stick. I love this shadow stick, guys, if you can't already tell. I used it everywhere on my face. And I'm just darkening the outer corners of the lips, and that's going to contour my lips and add dimension, and it's going to make your lips look fuller once we apply the lipstick. So I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. You can make it a little bit darker if you like even, or fill in the rest of your lips and add intensity, but this is the intensity I was going for. Then I'm taking the Burberry Kisses Sheer in Military Red. This is like a super glossy, beautiful, juicy lipstick that's a really nice shade of red. And then I'm going to run that over the lips, and the black will kind of add that intensity that I want. And the areas that I didn't put the black will kind of pop out more, and that's how you get super full, juicy lips like Beyoncé. I made a little mistake, but everybody makes mistakes. I used a concealer brush with a little bit of concealer, and I cleaned up the lines just to make it look really crisp. Then I used my lip liner and then just added a little bit more contouring to make sure that the lip looked really, really crisp and nice. And then I just fine-tuned a little bit more of the contour, and you're done. And that's the finished look. This is my 1920s inspired Beyoncé haunted makeup for the music video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any more in the best beauty news and tutorials. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. And I'll see you next time. Bye.